Hello, you guys. Welcome. Charlie and I have been looking. I have a big bag of nuts. Do you see how many nuts are in this bag? We have been looking at all of them. There is many different kinds of nuts in here. There's like walnuts, and there's almonds. Oh, there's hazelnuts. Those are those little tiny, Brazilian nuts. There's all kinds of nuts in here. And that is actually what our story is about today. Some friends. It's called The Nutty Nut Chase. And you're going to find out about some friends. What friends might like some nuts? I'll give you a hint. It's animals in our story. What animals like nuts? Will you be thinking about that? And after we get done singing our welcome song, we'll talk more about that. Nuts are very important to certain animals in the winter time. So as you're thinking about the nuts in the winter time, what animals might want them be interested in the nuts? Okay, I'm going to leave you thinking, and then we will talk about it in just a minute. Well, let's sing our song, the welcome song. Just 1 second. All right. Ready? Go. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. First we'll clap our hands like so. Then we'll bend and touch our toes. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now you're here, we'll have some fun. We always have fun when you're here. Oh, yes. Okay, so thinking about our story, it is called The Nutty Nut Chase. And if you guessed it, squirrels like nuts. And we're going to find out what the Nutty Nut Chase is all about. On the back of the book, if you look, there's some friends, and they're looking a little bit surprised. So thinking about that, we'll find out why they might be surprised. And this book is written by Catherine White and Vanessa Cabin. The Nutty Nut Chase. Hickory was making rude faces at Pecan when the strangest thing happened. Pop! A shiny brown nut suddenly burst up from the ground. It wobbled and shook, wibbled and quivered, then lay there, teasingly delicious. Wow, lunch, Pecan shouted. Wow, lunch and dinner, Hickory screeched. It's my nut, said Pecan. It's mine, snapped Hickory. There's a problem here. Who's making that noise? Shouted Badger. I'm trying to sleep. All of the animals came out to see what was happening. My nut, Pecan shouted. It's mine, yelled Hickory. I saw it first. Did not. Did so. Uh-oh, they're bickering. That's not good. Bop his nose, shouted Littlest Rabbit. Certainly not. Bopping noses doesn't solve problems, said Badger firmly. There will be a competition, and the winner will get the nut. I know, said Hedgehog. The prickliest wins the prickliest wins the nut. But you're the prickliest, said Pecan and Hickory. So I am, said Hedgehog, delighted. I win. I get the nut. The cuddliest gets the nut, said littlest rabbit. I win. Enough, said Badger. We will have a race. First to reach the post wins. Hooray! A race! Everyone cheered. Blackbird whistled the start of the race. They were off. Pecan and Hickory shot ahead, but the rabbits were close behind. Hedgehog tried to run, but only managed a waddle. In a huff, he curled himself into a ball and rolled full speed down the slope. Littlest Rabbit looked back to see a prickly ball spinning towards them. Look out! He called. Too late. Hedgehog crashed through the racers like a cannonball, and everyone landed in a prickly heap. Oh dear, tutted Badger. We'll have to start again. And prickly cannonballs aren't allowed. Blackbird whistled, and they were off again. Pecan and Hickory were neck and neck. My nut, shouted Pecan triumphantly. I win. No, shouted Hickory, it's mine. I win. Suddenly the nut began to move. It twitched and jerked and joggled and jiggled until plop! It disappeared down under the ground. It's a magic nut, shouted littlest Rabbit. Nutty magic, squealed Hedgehog, racing back to see. Bet it would have tasted magic too, said Shrew. Pop! The nut sprang up, right in front of Shrew. Quick, grab it, shouted littlest Rabbit. All the animals shot across the grass, rolling and shrieking and jumping and hopping and banging and bopping into each other. I've got it, shouted Hedgehog. But the nut vanished again. That's my nose, Shrew squeaked. Uh-oh, this is not good, friends. Shh, said Badger suddenly. Look! Pointed at the magic nut that had appeared at his feet. Everyone tiptoed up to it. The nut shook and quivered. The animals looked in amazement. Help! Squealed the nut. Ah! Shrieked littlest Rabbit. A talking nut? You're a talking nut, said Pecan. Pecan and Hickory bent down, pulled and tugged, yanked and wrenched at the nutshell with all their might. Pop! Out flew the nutshell, sending Pecan and Hickory rolling backwards. And there, where the nut had been, was Mole. Oh no, do you see him, friends, right here? Mole shook himself and stood up on his two tiny legs. Oh, thanks, whew, he said. I thought I would be stuck in that nutshell forever. Littlest Rabbit put the empty shell on his head. It makes a great hat, he giggled. That looked like the tastiest nut ever, groaned Pecan and Hickory. There's plenty more where that came from, chirped Mole, and he disappeared underground. Suddenly, shiny nuts began popping up all over the place. Pop, pop, pop. There's enough for everyone, Mole chuckled. Ha ha! Magic, shouted Hickory. Magic, shouted Pecan. Nutty magic, everyone shouted, and they all munched with delight. Oh, I think that was a wonderful story. They ended up sharing after they were fighting about that one nut. they found out there was a whole bunch of nuts everyone could share. And sometimes that's the case when we want everything to ourselves and we want it mine, it's mine. No, there might be more that everyone can have some. That's a real important thing that we share, isn't it? Yeah, that's a fun story. Well, you know what? I have a special thing with nuts I wanted to show you. I have blue and the red. I'm going to have some yellow paint. These are all the colors of paint. And I want to take my nuts. I think I'll do the ones that roll. If you look at the walnuts, they have bumps on them. And I think they'll still roll. What I'm doing is I'm putting these nuts in my colors of paint. I'll show you in just a minute. So I want the rolling nuts. I don't know if all of them roll, but we will find out. We will find out which ones roll better or which ones don't, excuse me, don't roll at all. Okay, now I'm going to see what I have my nuts in the paint. I'm going to mix them up, get them all covered in the colors. There's the yellow, and then I roll the blue around. Now I'm going to take some paper. Okay, so you'll need a piece of paper. And what I'm going to do is I have a little paint box, and we have these at preschool. You can maybe talk to your mom or dad, and I bet they have something you could possibly put your paper in. So you're going to put your paper in the box, and then I'm going to put all my nuts on the paper. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? So if you look, I just have all of the nuts. It's kind of hard to see. All right, let's see. Maybe we could stand up here. So I just have a whole bunch of nuts, and I'm going to twist and turn them, rolling back and forth. Some of them are rolling better than others, if you see that. Whoa, can you hear them? They roll back and forth, maybe spinning. I used red, yellow, and blue. I wonder what happens when they mix. Okay, I think I'm done rolling. Now, if you look, there is my nut rolling picture. Do you see all the pretty colors? Yeah, and you can keep doing it and do many papers. I like the sound it makes. Do you like that sound? Yeah. I think actually, can you see which ones roll faster? Oh, the heavier ones roll faster. You can see that. But that's really fun. That's called nut painting. And you guys can do that at home. Talk to your parents, and I bet you could find some paint. Maybe you could do that at home. All right, that's so fun. Well, do you guys remember what letter we were talking about the other day? What is our letter this week? The letter G. Remember the letter G? What sound does the letter G make? Remember Gordy Gorilla? I'm not sure where I think we can do it without our pictures. Remember Gordy Gorilla peels his banana, right? And he goes, g, 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 g. Yes. And who remembers the sound of the letter B? Can you remember that sound? B. Bubba Bear takes his honey, grabs his honey out of the tree, and he goes, B, bear, B, B. And how about, let's do one more. How about we did the letter F last week. F. Fancy fish swims through the water and goes fish. The sound of F. Great. That is so fun. Okay, what I want to do, you guys, I want to do a fun dancing song. And I have to get my bean bag. You have a bean bag, you could get one, or you could even do it with a something soft so it doesn't hurt your head. But this is my bean bag. And if you can see me, I'm going to move this up here. Here we go. So we're going to do the beanbag boogie. Let me slide this. Get some room here. Are you ready? So you're going to put your beanbag on your head and maybe on your left hand. Yeah. Beanbag boogie. Are you ready? Shake your beanbag.
Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Everybody come and shake your beanbag.
You can
Shake
use
your
anything for
beanbag,
your
don't let it
beanbag.
drop. Let's all do the beanbag rock. Hold the beanbag on your head. Hold the beanbag on your knees.
On your knees.
Hold the beanbag on your tummy.
On your
and
tummy.
wiggle around if you please.
On your tummy.
If you please. Hold the beanbag way down low.
Whoa.
Hold it high in the air and don't you let it go. Now shake and wiggle cause you're doing the beanbag rock. Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Everybody come on, shake your beanbag. Shake your beanbag, don't
You're doing
let it
great.
drop. Let's all do the beanbag rock.
Ready?
Hold the beanbag on your elbow.
On your
Hold
elbow.
the beanbag on your toes.
On your
Hold
toes.
the beanbag on your ear.
On your
And let me
ear.
see you wiggle your nose.
Wiggle your nose.
Hold the beanbag way down low. Hold it high in the air and don't you let it go. Now shake and wiggle cause you're doing the beanbag rock. Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Come on, shake your beanbag. Shake, shake, shake your beanbag. Stop. It's called the beanbag rock.
Oh, that's so fun. I like that song. Very fun. Oh, well, that is the beanbag rock. And you guys now know how to do the beanbag rock. Let's sing The More We Get Together. I love that song. It makes me so happy when we sing that. Because the more we get together, the happier we'll be, right? Ready? The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, that's so true. The more we get to see each other, the happier. I love when you guys come and sing and read stories. Oh, I love it. And thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week, okay? Bye-bye, and thanks for coming. Love you guys. Bye-bye.